Hey guys, I saw something really crazy on social media related to e-commerce the other day. Apparently in Shenzhen in China, this is like China's Silicon Valley. I saw there were like 1,000 people lined up Tencent's headquarters, and Tencent just went crazy. They're teaching everybody how to install OpenClaw in China. And then there were people like old people, young people. I heard there was like a 77-year-old grandfather like asked his son, "Hey, can you install OpenClaw on my phone?" I mean, so that's why I thought of my friend Ken Chan. He's in China. He's an Amazon seller. He leads top tier league. I mean, he leads a whole bunch of sellers all over the world, and he's on the ground in China. Ken, is this real? Is this legit, or is that just hype? What are you seeing in China?
Yeah, it's real. Gary, thank you so much for having me here. It's right. People are so crazy about OpenClaw, and then as you see, many people actually they line up trying to have their laptops, even phones to install with this we call Lobster, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
the design of OpenClaw, because for the first time, people realize AI is not just like a bot that can answer a question. They can really feel that AI can help you to do something, to help scroll the web pages, help you to finish the task. And even some, as you say, some old people, they feel the magic because they see that there's some young people, maybe that their son or grandson, granddaughters are using in this way. So there's some kind of AI hype happening in China, but I want to emphasize that it's not happening over China. Maybe in some key cities like Shenzhen, as you say, like Guangzhou, Hangzhou, Beijing, it's part of the AI which is becoming more popular in China. So as you say, many sellers all across e-commerce industry actually they're trying to adapt more AI into their daily work. Not just
yeah,
Amazon, and TikTok, and also other platforms, and having it in operation in all fields. Maybe
yeah.
many of them are still in the experiment status, but now, like many sales, actually we already have some very practical use that to empower us doing much better in our business.
Yeah, I think that's one of the important differences, Ken, that I'm seeing in like the attitude from like the people, how they see AI, how they want to use it, and some people they're scared of it because in on one hand, it's like the U.S. and China is almost like going in two different directions talking about AI. I mean, in the U.S., like I'm talking about your average person, not like e-commerce sellers, because e-commerce sellers are like a different breed of people. Like they're more risk averse because they so busy. They're so much stuff to do. I want AI. I need its help to do that. But like the average person in America, they're worried. Like AI, is it gonna take my job? And you've seen a lot of companies like fire thousands of people, Amazon included, Meta, etc. So like I saw in like there was an NBC poll in America. I don't know if you saw that recently in March. They polled people like, what's your attitude towards AI? What's your attitude towards like ICE, like the immigration control? And then AI actually had like a more negative impression among Americans than ICE. And everyone's seen the news about the ICE officers like capturing people. I don't want to get political, but AI had like more negative sentimentism than ICE, and then like the Republican Party, then the Democratic Party. Overall, like US are like, like people are worried, like what are my kids gonna do? But in China, I think it's the opposite, right? I mean, like what are you seeing in China? Are people like more open to AI, or are they scared of it? Or what's your take before we dive into the e-com application?
Yeah, I think myself is one example, and also for many entrepreneurs here. Maybe not all of them are ordinary people, but at least from entrepreneurs' viewpoints, AI is no longer just a tool. It's becoming an infrastructure, and not just for e-commerce, but for almost every industry.
Mhm.
Think about how people adopted computers and smartphones like 10 to 20 years ago. I believe this is the same shift. Today, even students can have the equivalent of a postgraduate level professor, helping them think through problems. Even my son, he is like in primary school. I encourage him to use AI to do research, and even help him to do some essays.
How old is your son?
uh, 12 in July this year.
12. Okay, my son is 7. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
he's using AI to learn in school?
Yeah, to do research and also
Hmm.
to, as you say, to learn and also help him to do some essays at school.
Mm.
Yeah, then you can see some videos on some Chinese internet. I at least saw one video that are also looks like a primary school student or maybe a middle school student. He is teaching people how to use OpenClaw in a
Mm.
very confident manner.
Mm. Mm.
Young people like this now they are already into AI, so that's why
Yeah.
we say we need to embrace it. And we need
Excellent.
to, yeah, in our education, we need to encourage how students to correctly use this skill because
Yeah.
it's just infrastructure, not just for the future, for now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I showed you a video that some people are actually using OpenClaw to adopt it in a very small screen to make us,
Hmm.
yeah, even like a, you don't,
A
yeah, you
tiny
don't
one.
need a Mac Mini. Now you
Yeah.
don't need a
Yeah.
Mac Mini. You don't need to upload it into like AWS cloud infrastructure. Even a
Hmm.
very small screen that now can be a extremely smart screen.
Yeah.
This is, yeah, also happening in China. AI
Hmm.
plus physical hardware and make everything smarter than before.
Yeah. Mm. Like, what are you seeing like now? What's something that would be shocking? I mean, with like that small thing, I think that's like an extreme case. But like, I mean, are people? What are they doing with OpenClaw in China? Like, are you using it, or like your friends, or sellers? What are you seeing?
Yeah, I mean, we use a lot. We testing. I even share it in one of my seller group in my community about what we use it. In general, I want to say now there's still a lot of improvement that can be made. But I know
Hmm.
you already do some experiment. I want to hear your case as well. But I want to show you a little
Yeah.
bit about what we have been doing on with OpenCore.
Yeah. Yeah. Please do.
I put it.
Let's get into it.
Yeah. You know, can you imagine instead of answering question like answer question, OpenCore can, I mean, it can navigate website. It can scroll, clip, and complete tasks automatically through conversation directly, just like you are telling your employees to do it, right? So earlier this year, we actually built two experimental workflows using OpenCore, including one a content factory, one automatic SEO system. Because you know we are doing TikTok, we are doing these things. We use a lot of videos. So we call a concept called content factory is important. If AI can help us to build content very efficiently in a large scale, it helps us a lot. So the concept is very simple. Imagine waking up and seeing your entire week of content is already prepared. The video scripts are written, thumbnails are designed, caption already draft. All you need to do is just review and publish. So this system included like the workflows, including intelligent idea mining to scrap all through TikTok, YouTube, and Reddit to identify some trending topics, and then do multi-formats content creation, like creating scripts, captions, and then structure the contents. And we also need to do the visual, like all this video. Actually, you need to start it with a very interesting image. I mean, the image with a hook. So we need to do image and also video generation, and to automate it, to schedule all this posting. So
So yeah,
and
so no, this is
interestingly,
great. Let me just make sure I understand because this is very important. I want to make sure the viewers understand as well. So you're saying that you can use OpenClaw to create a content factory, for example. It's like for TikTok, you're using OpenClaw to automatically, like through a cron job, to like let's say every week on Monday morning, you get all of the video scripts for the week, all of the thumbnails for the week. It does idea mining is to scrape TikTok, YouTube for like viral videos, theme videos in your niche, right? And then you're saying what about like the visuals? You say like do you have to give it like an image first, or like does it? I mean, where does like the image come from? Like how does that work going from the image to the video? Do you have to hook it up to like a CapCut, or can it just do it like in just inside the whole OpenClaw ecosystem?
yeah, that's what we have been testing. When we actually like we use like mainly Gemini So
Hmm.
you not CapCut yet, but everything inside, like using Gemini to based on the hooks to generate images and also generate short videos and then put them together, and we also like to schedule it to on the posting. Yeah, during this experiment, I can tell you that I think I also shared some ideas of this before. There are a lot of small problems, small issues. It keeps coming up, but yeah, finally it worked. And some of the video posts actually get very good views. Like one of them get like 10K, but not everything works very well. Some,
Yeah.
as I say, some they
What
just
are
do
some issues that people can anticipate?
a lot, almost everything. But the main thing is the output can be under your expectation. I mean, as an e-commerce entrepreneur, when you put out all this content, when you trying to build a content like an article or an image or a video, you actually want it to be converted. You actually want it
Hmm.
that can get the sales after people watch it, or you can get people to do some CTA, cost for action, CFA, cost to action. But
Hmm.
we have a lot of cases that the output from this result, they are really under our expectation, or they are not in the same way that we have been thinking.
Hmm.
So, I mean, it takes time for you to train this AI, the output of this AI to meet your expectation. And also during the flow, because actually it's a long flow from they do the research to do the output, just like the people, right? Like employee. If
Hmm.
you deploy such a word to him or her, he needs to do study, to make judgment, and then to actually put it into word and then do the output. It's the same. It's the same process. But
Yes.
for AI, for system, their judgment and the output based on the judgment could be very different as a experienced employee. So it
Yeah.
takes a lot of time to fix all this part.
Yeah.
And there could
Yeah.
be some technical issue as well.
Yeah, yeah. One of the things that I've noticed is, I've had these issues too. Like one thing that's worked for me is to build a skill, like OpenClaw skill or a Claude skill,
Yeah. Skill.
where
Yeah.
I think like for the viewers that aren't familiar, it's kind of like a LLM like SOP, right? It's like it's like step by step instructions, and then there could be some templates, some reference files, like and it's like several different files that you use to train your bot, right? It's almost like you train an employee, like first day you can't expect them to
Yeah.
say, okay, go create the viral video, and they're like, what are you talking about, right? You gotta like tell it like your goals, right? What kind of output you want, what are the limitations, what are the details, content, etc. And the other thing is like the model. I found like there's obviously different models with different intelligence and different costs, right? That's the trade-off. So, I'm using Opus 4.6, which is the most expensive one by Claude. That one's kind of like my chief of staff. So I find that
Yeah.
one is a good one for like strategy, but for like the actual coding, I'll delegate it to like a cheaper model. Like, I use Codex, like 5.3 or 5.4. I find that that's like better. So you're not like burning tokens, right? You're not like spending so much money because obviously that's expensive. I don't know. Like, do you like which model would you use for this content factory?
Yeah, you're right. We do use mixed models. If
Yeah,
not, money are spending so so quickly. So
I
that's
know.
also one important factor is why it's so popular in China, because all major company in ecosystem, like the major internet company, like model company, they all
Yes,
encourage you to use because you spend a
that's
lot of
why
money.
Tencent is doing it, because when you use an OpenClaw, you're using like 10 times to 100 times as many tokens than if you just like text like ChatGPT or Kimi, like 10x,
Yeah,
100x. So these companies, they want more people to use it because they consume more tokens, which was more revenue for them, right? I
yes,
mean, like correct me if I'm
definitely.
wrong, but that's why I'm seeing. And then you're seeing like Kimi's doing a Claw clone, and Alibaba is doing like open Claw clone, Claw, this Claw, that Claw. Like everyone's getting into it, right?
Definitely. So
Yeah,
for simple task, as you say, I prefer using some open source Chinese models. It's much cheaper. Like Kimi actually works very well.
one do you recommend? Because like in the West, there's some people like, I mean, they have like a Mac Mini, and then they want to like have a local model, so they're not burning the tokens. And some people say use Kimi K2. I've never touched the Chinese models. Like what's your experience? Do you have a recommended model that you like?
Yeah, I mean, for no brainer, actually Kimi was well. I actually have a survey from. I don't remember but someone just do a lot of experiment across all these models, and they text that yeah, Kimi is very like cost effective and easy to use. So this is one way
Hmm.
if you do some very simple task. For example, as you know, if you just like do the web searching, do web page scrolling, it takes a lot of token. For
Hmm.
some very simple task, if you waste all your token, like as you say, to use cloud or even Codis, it could be still expensive. So for some very simple tasks, you can, because you can shift the model inside
Yes.
OpenClaw,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
different tasks. So easy task to use like Kimi because it's also open source. And don't worry, open Chinese government have no interest to absorb all this kind of small data. So I don't think you need to worry about this.
Yeah.
It's open source, so that no worry. And for some very sophisticated work, yeah, still like cloud is still the best model that it has a very good reasoning and its source is good. So that's one suggestion. As Gary you also mentioned that as a combination of the models, so you can balance
Yeah.
your cost. If not,
Yeah.
it can burn your cost very quickly.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. We can talk more about like my use cases and my setup as well. But I want to hear yours first because I know you have a really cool example, like how you use AI to optimize product listings and get like it recommended by Rufus. Could you share more about that, Ken?
Yeah. It's not. I mean, this is jumping out of OpenClaw because, as I say, it's more in an experimental way. So it's
Hmm.
mostly for automation. For some daily work that we don't want to put our hands on, but still like some very important work, as I say, like Amazon listing optimization, some listing building on different platforms like TikTok or Shopify. It's very important task. Now I still prefer that, like as human or as an expert, build the framework, build
Mm.
all the top line work, and then let the AI to run the heavy work. So that's you have a very good brain on top, and then AI help you, as I say, as a professor, as a very good executional people to do the execution. It can make 95 point out of 100 instead just 18 point if you fully rely on AI. So like as you say, we actually updated a lot of listing, like 80% of our listings recently. It we build a framework on top first, like how to let our AI to understand our understanding, on how we use data from Helium 10, data dive, sales price, how we need to know about the some principles that our listing could be could trigger the recommendation by Rufus. How like the hero image can attract people better, can get better conversion rate during the search page. So we actually summarize all this, and then we made a very good framework and principle, and we ask AI to check our listing and to make a full new listing based on all our principle. So it works very well. We use ChatGPT to do all this actually. So we have framework plus ChatGPT to update all these listings. And I mean this really pay out and the performance getting much better. So this
When
is
you say you
one
use
way that
ChatGPT, yeah, sorry to interrupt. I want to understand. When you say you use ChatGPT, are you just using like the chat interface, or are you using like some agentic, like OpenClaw ChatGPT to make these listing optimizations based on your
yeah,
frameworks?
now we were because we want to avoid any bugs or any technical issues, so we just use the interface in ChatGPT. But we have a very long prompt. We have some very set prompt that to tell ChatGPT
Okay.
to fulfill this work. So it generated something we want. and then we just
So after
put
you
it.
it generates like your optimized listing based on your long prompt and the
Yeah,
context,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
then what? Is it automatically updated? Is it linked to Seller Central, or is like human in the loop, like someone goes in to
Yeah,
manually like
we
upload
still
the flat
do the
file?
manual part. Sorry, it's not that not that like automation,
Yeah.
because you need
Yeah,
to
no
do the A/B
worries.
test.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to
Yeah.
do the
You
A/B
need to do
test.
what?
A/B test.
A/B tests. You want to
Yeah,
say
yeah. In
A/B
Search
split
Central,
test?
that now all the listing when you update it, you can do A/B test through
Hmm.
text which one goes better. So we still know
Yeah.
we need to do A/B tests, and we watch closely about the data to show which one goes better. So it's still
Mm.
kind of like not fully automated, not fully that not clever, but I mean, because it's the most important, one of the most important part in the business. So we
Yeah.
still want to make it like more in a in control with human. But
Yeah. That makes sense.
AI doing the dirty work, not that dirty, but yeah, it handles the kind of work that people can easily get tired, but it still do very well. Yeah, like they do some
Yeah.
phrase, do some wording, do the image. It's still very good. But on
Interesting.
top of what
Okay.
we have been set the principle for it.
Yeah, that makes sense. There's still some stuff. I mean, AI is really good at, the dirty work, like what you said, right? A lot of the routine, repetitive type things, but you still need the human in the loop. Okay, that's great. So that's one use case. I believe another one you had was related to your website, right? Because you have a big event coming up in LA coming up soon. Can you tell us more about like what it did in terms, and it really shocked your designer, your web designer as well, right? What happened?
Yeah. It's interesting, when we are preparing, the top tier discovery commerce summits in April, we actually need to build a landing page, but it's very close to the Chinese New Year, and it's almost the holiday. I don't want my designer to sacrifice this. Yeah, so I experimented with Google Canvas. And I built the whole landing page using this by myself, from the concept, from the layout, everything. And it proves that AI, I mean, it can be a very professional designer. We
Mm,
always say that AI can take the place of some entry work, right? Yeah, a lot of
hmm.
entrepreneurs, very famous entrepreneurs, they're saying AI will take all this primary work, entry work. Some people with little experience, they can easily be replaced by AI. But now in my case, it proves that it can also take some high level work. Even my designer was actually amazed, because I just tell AI the structure. I tell him some concept in my mind, and also I need the actual photo of the speakers. But it helped me to make just a full and a ready web page. It's ready.
Mm,
I just need
yeah.
to to make the code to upload, and then it's released. So it's crazy.
Why don't I share screen? Can I share your website so the people can see what the AI did? Okay. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. So you can see.
This is the landing page.
Hmm. So this is your event coming up next month, Top Tier Discovery Commerce Summit 2026 in LA. But we'll talk about this at the end, but let's just look at the website. I mean, that's cool. It has the like all of these different sections, the mega exhibition. Was it able to get all of the sections right? Like, all the details, because AI can be prone to hallucinations.
Yeah, you
Was it
get.
able to get all the text correctly in the right places, and the
Yeah,
faces with the
yeah,
right names and everything?
yeah. Very good. It did. Still, you need to tell a little bit more about the structure, about as you say the sequence. You need to tell him exactly. But he do amaze me, like he make everything with good aesthetic, very good sense of beauty, and then
Yeah.
all these effects, and also
Yeah.
many they do many placement accurately.
Mhm. Mhm, mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like this link, I tell him how to build this outside link, etc. It works very well. Just like what
Nice.
I would tell my designer. But
Yeah.
it might take my designer a few days to work out everything,
Mm-hmm.
to prepare
Mm-hmm.
everything, and need
Yeah.
it may take a few time for him to to build up the concept, to know how to do this side. But AI, they can help you. They can generate the whole output in just a few
Yeah.
minutes. So
Few
this is the
minutes.
main difference.
Yeah. And it's working 24/7, 365. I mean, no matter if it's Chinese New Year, Christmas time, New Year's Day, it's ready to go anytime, anywhere, right?
Yeah. So this is a very, a real tool, practical use case.
Yeah.
I'm amazed. Not just all this AI actually they can help us on like Amazon listing, TikTok listings, video production, but web page. Now I do some web page design before. It's not like this, but this one is the one that made me feel that whoa, like it is
Yeah. That
really going out taking a lot
how
of
much
jobs.
how much money and how much time did you save using this, you think?
I want to tell you, I paid zero.
No, I know. If you had traditionally hired a web designer, how much money would you have paid and how much time would it have taken versus this? This was zero. We understand that. I mean, just for token usage, right? Just whatever that was. But, what do you pay? Like $1,000 or I don't know, $500 for the website,
Yeah,
right?
1,000 to 2,000,
Yeah,
and at
$2,000
least
US, right?
at least 1 week or maybe 2 weeks, and a lot of back and forth because
Yeah.
the idea, the improvement idea that I would share with a designer is the same thing I would share with Google now
Yes.
Canvas. Yeah, it's the same
Google
text.
Canvas. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then now, yeah, it actually feedback to me much faster without any
Yeah.
emotion, without any delay. So this is,
Yeah.
a very practical use case that I can share with everyone that in Gary's channel. You can try it out yourself. Whatever business you want to build, now you can ship it like 10 times faster and
I
even more
know.
effective
I
than
know.
before.
Yeah. So, I mean, would you build like Amazon A plus content, like EBC with this?
Yes, but for A plus, you need some actual shooting. By the way, Google actually now has one tool to help you to do commercial shooting. I don't spell it correctly. Maybe I can share that tool later. It's also from Google. So even you don't have a professional shooting team, you just
Mm-hmm.
have the product and take a random shot. Now
Mm-hmm.
there is a tool to help you to finish a commercial shooting in AI. So
Is it
yeah,
Nano Banana 2 or like the latest version?
it's another tool, but you can also do it in another banana tool as well using prompt. But in that tool, it's almost more easier. It's much easier. So
Okay.
it's
Okay.
yeah, it's also in Google. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. That's cool. You're using a lot of Google tools. Google is the one I use the least, to be honest, besides Nano Banana. But like I use Claude, I use ChatGPT because I had two paying subscriptions. I don't want to pay for a third. And I only use like the free tier for Gemini. But that's very interesting. Okay. Okay. Um
And what
do
about
you,
you? No, no, Gary, you're
yeah,
also doing a lot of experiment with OpenClaw, and
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah, for
record
sure.
another YouTube video for this. I want to hear about your case as well.
Yeah, I can talk to you all day long because I've been living, breathing this stuff. Like, I've been up until midnight and like you can ask my wife, like I've been up so late every night. I'm like tinkering and, we launched a e-commerce OpenClaw cohorts just a few weeks ago. We just finished the first cohort. We had about like 13 seven-figure sellers, Amazon sellers in the program because they wanted to build their first OpenClaw. So after that, we were able to build like OpenClaw, like sub agents. So we have like a chief of staff agent. So my chief of staff is his name is Winston. So he has like the opus brain. He's like the smartest one. And then we have sub agents. So we have a PPC sub agent to do PPC analysis. We have an inventory management sub agent. So make sure like you don't go out of stock. Watch out for the long term storage fees. Track the logistics, the production level, when to place reorders, and also like for shipping, like the most economical one, whether you want to do AGL or airship or even fast boat like Matson. Like so basically I trained it because I come from an e-commerce and supply chain background. So I trained it on like my own personal knowledge. And then so it's like totally customizable. I think that's the cool part. And we also have listing optimization. So that's like on the e-com side. But outside of that, one thing that was really cool, this was a big pain point for me, was my website. sevenfiguresellersummit.com, it was hacked and it got hit with malware attacks and the whole site went down and people were complaining, and then my developer couldn't fix it. He says it's outside his expertise, so I had to hire another guy, and it took him like a long time. Like he fixed it, but then like for some reason it came back and the website went down again. I was like so frustrated, I was like pulling my hair out. So I decided, okay, let me try to use Claude Code, because Claude Code can go in like from the terminal. It can go into your file structure. It can go into your server, right, to fix all of that. And I'm not a technical person. I never took like coding or programming. I'm just like whisper flow. I just talked to it. I was like, hey, my website is down. These are all the error messages. This was the back and forth with my developer. Can you fix it for me? And then it started like crunching the code, like doing this, doing that, doing that. And then it's like, okay, that didn't work. Oh, we have to do that. We have to like find this. And then lo and behold, it fixed it. I was like, the website is up, right? But then like some of the backup files were missing. I'm like, can you go back into the file structure? I think the backups are still there. And then it said, I think we have a good chance of doing it. Let me do it. So it's like back and forth. But long story short, it was able to recover everything. And then like I had like 2 developers that were stopped. They got stuck. I paid them money. They couldn't do it. They said, oh, there's so much work. It's going to take you so much time, right? By a human, with AI. I was using Claude Code with Opus, the top of the line. It was able to do all of that. I mean, I only had to pay for the token usage. I'm on the max plan, like, $200 US. And then I just don't go over the limit, but it was able to fix that. And like 2 people couldn't do it. And it took months and they still couldn't do it, but it fixed it like that. And then I'm asking to do corrective action plan, how to prevent this from going forward. And, what can you do? And, yeah, so we was able to fix that. But anyways, that's just some use cases that I'm working on. And then like, even for like, being a parent, like, I'm asking like, OpenClaw to come up with like, like a coding lesson plan for my son. So I teach my son, because my son, he couldn't get into the class. It was full in school. So I'm like OpenClaw teaching me to teach my son to do so there's like so many use cases. It's crazy. But anyways, like enough about me. Yeah. You have an event coming up, Ken.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to highlight that
Yeah,
as well,
yeah.
because I think this is a very cool e-commerce event. I mean, it's not all Amazon. There's also TikTok as well. So can you tell us more about that, and who's this for?
Yeah, yeah. As we all talk about, AI becomes more powerful, and many business owners still struggle to how to apply it in real operations. And that's why we created this top tier Discovery Commerce Summit in Los Angeles. We invited some of the most forward-thinking experts now in the field, like Andrew Erickson. He's doing practical AI automation for Amazon operations, just like you, Gary. And like Joey Gleishore, he's building internal AI system that could eventually replace all these traditional SaaS stacks. And like Roger Ying, he is the SEO strategist behind some very major brands, and speaking on how to make AI tools like ChatGPT to recommend your brand. So, and beyond AI, we also bring around 100 like top 1% TikTok shop affiliate creators to the event. Because in this now the e-commerce creator relationship become one of the most powerful growth engine. And when sellers and creators meet in person, collaboration form much faster than endless of online messages. They are just on the screen. So sometimes one conversation like us can create 100 times much impact than just a Zoom call. So for me, the
Yeah.
summit is both professional and personal. It's something exciting we are building for the e-commerce community. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
You
I
have
want
some.
in my other view. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is great. There's some heavy hitters here. Obviously, you're there, and Josh Hadley. He's been on our AI hackathon before. I know him. He's great. Andrew Erickson, he's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to AI for e-commerce. I've also connected with Axio AI, like Ziwei Chen as well. So yeah, it looks like a very strong event. So when and where is it?
Yeah, it's in April. It's in Los Angeles, and also from April 14 to 15.
Okay. Where in LA is it?
Exactly in the LA Convention Center. So it's a
Wow.
big place. And if you are a Lakers fan, it's very close to the Los Angeles Lakers arena.
Yeah. Yeah.
After
Yeah.
the event, we can watch an NBA game.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, LA conventions. That place is huge. That's where they have the LA Auto Show. I'm from LA, right? So I
Yeah,
know
yeah,
that
yeah.
place. I
Wow.
used to go LACC. I mean, that's LA Convention Center. That place is huge. So you must be throwing like a huge event. How many people are coming to this event?
Yeah, because it includes a very mega, the exhibition for all the creators level and all some products that could be fit in this influencers economy. And then we have summits, we have mastermind workshops. So we expect like about 10,000 people joining the event.
10,000 people. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
across all the sections like exhibitions, like workshops, etc.
Okay, that's huge. All right. So where can people check it out? I mean, we'll put the link up below the video if they wanna check it out. But like how can people connect with you?
Yeah, just maybe if you want to connect with me, just search Ken Chen, CAN space CHAN in LinkedIn. Then you easily find me. Also Facebook, yeah, same name. So if you are using all this communication tool, and I
Yeah.
believe Gary, I will offer like a 50% for all your members, so they can just use your code, and then yeah, they can enjoy 50% off, yeah, for all the tickets.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So 15% off 15 your ticket for everyone watching today. Why don't you guys comment below the video if you see this, you're interested. We'll send you the link for that. We have a special coupon code Gary as well. So please comment below the video. Then I mean this is super great. I thank you so much, Cam, for coming on. Dropping a wealth of knowledge, especially perspectives from China and the use cases. Also very interesting what you can do with AI, but what you still need to do using humans and like your human brain, right? I think that's very important. We cannot expect, at least right now, at this point in time, for everything to be 100% automated, right? But there's still
Yeah,
certain
yeah,
things that
yeah.
we have to keep human, right? Cool. And for you guys that are interested, I am running another cohort for OpenClaw Ecom Accelerator. So if you're a 7-figure brand or 8-figure brand looking to build out your own team of AI agents, I created another video that I'll link up that walks through the 9 applications that you can do and more information if you're interested. Ken, thank you so much for coming on. Good luck with the event. I wish I could join you. I'll have to join you in spirit, but I'm sure it's going to be a great event, and I hope some of you guys can join as well. All right.
Thank you
Thanks
so much
again.
having me, Gary.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure and drop a ton of value you can. See you guys at the next session. Bye, everybody.
Okay, bye.